in my attempt to cook outside every day, I'm always trying to figure out what can I do to make something a little different or make something traditional more of an outside kind of thing. So today I decided let's go with dessert. I've never had Blackstone brownies, but I'm pretty sure that once I post this video and search it on YouTube, there's going to be another half a dozen people that did it. If so, cool. If not, yay, I'm the first one. Anyway, let's get to it. So as you can see, very simple instructions. We followed those to a T. Now we want to cook this like we're going to in the oven where it says bake. So it's going to be important that we get this Blackstone to 325 degrees to try to get this to work out. I don't normally cook with vegetable oil on the Blackstone, but it was part of the recipe, part of the directions. So I'm going to put a little bit on there and smooth it in. Probably, hopefully, help it from sticking. We'll see. Once it gets up to temperature, we're going to start pouring our batter. We'll check our temperature now. 327. That's pretty good. I'm using the Blackstone pancake mold. I will go ahead and spray that with a little bit of canola oil on the inside to try to keep from sticking. So I can tell right away that I probably poured them a little too thick. So I'm going to have to pay extra close attention to these to make sure that I don't burn them. Now we just wait and see how it goes. Unlike cooking pancakes, we will not see it bubbling up around the edges here to give us an idea of when it's time to turn it. Basically, we're going to have to rely on our noses and just see what happens. I use just a simple box of Duncan Hines Chewy Fudge Brownie Mix. I would get a more fancy one or even a homemade mix, but if I mess this up, I want to spend the least amount of money as I possibly can. So only time will tell. So I am getting to keep it around that 324. I know it's kind of blurry, but there you go. So I was wrong. We are starting to see a little bit of bubbling as it is cooking. And we will start to see if we can pull these forms here shortly. And if they are holding shape, we will definitely go ahead and pull them all the way off and continue cooking. You can definitely smell that it's cooking. Started to pull the form there. It's a little too runny. This could be a big disaster. If it is, luckily we're only about $1.30 in. So I've checked the forms a couple times, and like I suspected earlier, when I had them a little too runny, I'm afraid these aren't going to work as great as I thought. We're going to go ahead and pull the forms now because we're going to have to get these flipped over before they start burning. Is this going to be a mess? Absolutely. Is it going to taste good? I sure hope so. All right, guys. So trying to maintain the form a little too long, the batter probably being a little too thick. We definitely have a mess here. I've got the flame turned all the way down. We'll see what we can get out of this. And if they're salvageable, I really don't know. They are a little toasty on that side. All right, we're going to put the flip on again. This isn't going to get me any chef jobs anywhere, I can promise you that. Look a little better. We'll mash them down, I guess, to try to get some of that stuff cooked on the inside there. On a rate of 1 to 10, I don't know if I failed on this one, 10 being the highest. We're probably at 9.5. Go ahead and pull them and just roll with the punches here. Well, they're obviously not nearly as good as I had intended or hoped. What did I learn from this? Number one, the batter is probably too thick. Number two, the brownies are too big. So in the future, perhaps I should make the brownies more like the size of silver dollar pancakes. Maybe I should add a little more oil or a little more water to try to thin out the batter so that it'll work better. Do I think I succeeded with this one? Absolutely not. Do I think that I will try again? Absolutely. Okay, so the brownies look a little goofy, but overall they taste fine. They're still kind of moist, not totally dry. They were a little gooey on the inside, but overall they worked out pretty good. I will still do them differently next time, so stay tuned.